For my playlist, I decided to focus on the character Troy Bolton. Troy Bolton is one of the main protagonists from the Disney Channel original movie, High School Musical. Troy is your stereotypical high school basketball player. He plays basketball mainly because it's what his dad wants for him, but not that he doesn't enjoy it, but he never really gets the opportunity to explore what he wants to do with his life. And I wanted to focus on this character because I feel like he goes through a lot of self-exploration and deciding whether or not to do things for himself or for his team and for his dad. In the movie, he kind of is going through this process where he decides that he has to want to live his own life, and that's why I decided to focus on Troy, because of these aspects that he's going through and how he develops throughout the film. One thing I valued in my playlist was obviously consistency and just the format. I decided to focus on the colors red, because that is kind of like the Wildcat colors to show his kind of dedication to basketball. So I decided to stick with the symbols of the paw print and the basketball and the Wildcats 14, because first of all, Troy plays basketball for East High and the colors are red and white. And so I thought that was important to kind of keep consistent, because as the whole project focuses on Troy's character, I think that a main part of his character, one of the things that holds him back, is his passion for basketball. And his team obviously is the Wildcats, and he's the leader of the Wildcats, so I thought that the paw prints were significant. I also thought that it was significant to have his number in there, because he's like the team captain, the team leader, and in his development, he also has to keep that in mind, his dedication to the team. So with the layout, I used the song title, the artist's name, and then the lyrics, the important lyrics that I thought really were most significant to Troy's development as a character. So, also, I used a YouTube image which I inserted into the playlist. I used the dimensions 400 by 245 for each YouTube image that I inserted, just to kind of have a consistency, so that each picture or each YouTube clip wasn't a different size, because I think it gives the playlist a more sophisticated look if everything kind of looks the same. Underneath each YouTube clip, I inserted an adjective that I thought was most revealed about Troy through each song, just kind of as a reverse outline. So yeah, for each song you can see that again there's the title, the artist name, and then the lyrics, and then the YouTube clip and the adjective that I used. And then underneath that, I went into the analysis of the song, and I talk about how each song relates to Troy's character and what is happening to Troy throughout the film. It was pretty hard to stay away from plot summary. I did try to just use little quotes to explain, like, from the movie, to explain how he was feeling almost, and like what was happening that was relevant to each song. So I started with Dirty Little Secret by the All American Rejects. This song really showed his kind of insecurities and how he can be really self-conscious, because he worries a lot about what his team is going to think about his singing career, and he confesses at the beginning that he hasn't told his friends about the singing thing because it's not what he does. He's a basketball player. And even though he really enjoyed it, it's just kind of too much for him to just bring out right away, because he's trying to kind of keep things stable and not to draw a lot of attention to himself by deciding that he's going to sing as well as play basketball. Another song that I chose was Dreaming by Small Pool. This is really where the internal conflict comes in. it shows Troy's complexity because he has these two different lives, more or less, that he's living, and they're starting to overlap. He doesn't know how to go about that and to deal with that, and so he's kind of asking questions like to his dad about what he thinks about trying something new. I think this is where Troy starts to realize that he doesn't want to just do basketball, he wants other things in his life. So I think it's really important that this song shows kind of the idea of dreaming and hoping that they were dreaming, and that like he's got nowhere to run. He feels like everyone is on his back. He's coming to terms with this internal conflict and realizing that it's there and starting to have to deal with it. I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. This song really characterizes Troy as a yes man because all he wants to do is make everyone happy. He's not a jerk, so he's always there for everyone. Troy's desire to make everyone happy and to please everyone starts to hurt him at this point because he is doing things for other people and not for himself. Because he wants to live his own life. He's his own person. So yeah, coming over, he really wants to fix everything with Gabriella because as a yes man and as he tries to please everyone, he ends up messing up and hurting Gabriella and accidentally telling her that she means nothing and the singing isn't important. And I think it shows his sensitivity because everything he's worked for and like taking this risk really meant something to him and was really special to him, and for it to all disappear because of one mistake really hurt him. I think it shows that Troy is in this negative headspace and he's just very confused and all he can think about is solving the problem, making things right, and getting back to singing because he's realized that that's really important to him and basketball is not the only important thing to him in his life. So the next song I chose was Weightless by The All Time Low, and this song is a very angry song almost. It's about the first line, maybe it's not my weekend, but it's gonna be my year. It's gonna make things right again, and it really emphasizes his dedication to his effort to live his life the way he wants to live it. So as he begins to realize what he did and how he said these things that he didn't really mean in order to get his friends off his back, he develops this passion and dedication to making things right again because it's what he wants to do is that he really cares about singing and he really cares about Gabriella. He's really dedicated, as I thought that this song meant. I think the sonics were one of the harder things to really focus on in this project just because I don't know that much about songs. I like to focus more on the lyrics than the beat and the rhythm. So I really struggled with this part, but I think especially in this song, there's a very harsh beat and kind of an angry tone. And so I think that the harshness reflects this strength and passion and kind of fire that Troy's developing to actually accept what he wants to do with his life and how he wants to do singing and basketball. In addition, there's kind of these raging guitar riffs throughout the song that happen at every other verse or something, whatever. And I think those really represent his anger with himself for hurting Gabriella. And I don't think he has every right to be angry with his team, but I don't think he's angry with them. I think he's angry that it took him so long to man up and to deal with his desires. So yeah, the final song, Breaking Free, it's kind of the song that Troy and Gabriella sing together in the movie. And it really is representative of the passion Troy has for the singing career. They're breaking free from the status quo and embracing the singing career, and at this point they now kind of have all this backup support and everyone knows that they can sing and everyone knows that they're good and that it's something they should pursue. And so finally they have support and it's not just them against the world. This song really shows the happiness and relief that they have once everyone accepts them and everyone accepts their decisions. They're coming to terms with the idea that they can take on separate identities from being like the smart, intelligent nerd, I guess, and this basketball job. Troy starts out very uncertain and worried about what would happen if he pursues the singing career and it acts as a distraction from his basketball career. And throughout the playlist, you can see he builds up this certainty, and I think the presence of Gabriella and having someone by his side who's also going through the same thing really helps him to figure out that what he wants is important and that the dreams of his team and the dreams of his dad are a lot less important because it's his life and he is deciding how he wants to live it, and it's not about anyone else, it's about him. And I think in life it's something we can all take from, is that our life is our life. It's not our parents' life, it's not our friend's life, it's our life, and our decisions are our decisions, and it doesn't matter what people say or what people try to convince you of, but your decisions are important no matter what. And I think Troy can really teach us a lot as people, and that even though he's just in high school and now we're in college and we are making big decisions, I think we can take a lesson from Troy's book and realize that we can do whatever we want. Like, this world is so big and there's so many opportunities. So yeah, I think that's really important. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.